Welcome back to another episode of Life and Pinstripes. I'm TJ Stoltenberg.
I'm James Yevon.
And this is episode number 40.
The Dew of Andujar. The Miguel Andujar. Oh, I also forgot about the other prop. Ah!
That's right.
I forgot about that.
We were going to bring that up.
Yeah. We messed that up.
Well,
all right,
another episode of
Life and Pinstripes.
Yeah.
Featuring Miguel Andujar.
No, not featuring him because I want him gone.
What?
We'll get into that later, folks.
Okay.
But first, a lot of things are going on. We have the college football playoff going on.
The bowls beyond belief.
Bowls.
Chick-fil-A bowl. There's probably
many bowls.
There's a toilet bowl. There's probably a Cheez-It bowl. Probably a shepherd's pie bowl.
Yes.
Just the name on the top of my head.
All these types of bowls. But I'm more interested in the NFL. How about you?
Always interested in the NFL.
Yeah. First off, how about them Giants? What's a good sum up of the year that was the Giant?
Do we seriously need to do a season review? Their season can revolve in 4 letters. S-H-I-T. That is their season.
S-4 letters.
4 letters. That's what I meant to say.
But yes, it did S-U-C-K to be a Giant fan.
And speaking of 4, they only had 4 wins on
Did
the
they
season.
have 4?
Yes.
Did they win their last game?
No, they did not win their last game against the Eagles.
Oh, that's right. That was the last game of the year?
That was the last game, yep.
Cheese and rice. Well, the NFL picture is set, the playoffs. We've got the Seahawks and the Eagles facing each other. I think the whole nation and us are pretty backing the Seahawks on that.
Yeah, I think the only area is probably just Philadelphia saying
they suck.
Yeah.
The end.
Exactly.
Bills Texans a little bit harder, I'd say.
I say Bills.
You know, I think Bills too. They look like a better overall team. Texans are good, but they're also good at home. That's big home field advantage for Houston.
It is. I don't know, but Texans they never give me that
oomph
value.
I feel like the Bills, since they play in that winter so more often. If this was Texans at Bills, I'd be going hard on Bills. But
oh yeah,
I'm thinking Texans might cover, but Bills might win.
Yes,
type thing. Vikings and Saints. Yeah, I mean that's what you would think, right?
Kirk Cousins, I don't trust him all that much.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins against. I mean, it's just Drew Brees is too good. I mean, if it was like Vikings Bills or Vikings Texans, maybe they have that's impossible because they're in the opposite leagues. But just saying, Saints. I don't even think they'd be able to beat the Seahawks. They'd definitely beat the Eagles if the Vikings played the Eagles.
Yes,
but they got the Saints, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, sorry Vikings.
Now, here's a little more interesting one coming up. The Titans and the Patriots.
First of all, did you expect the Patriots to be playing on Saturday?
Man, they lost to the Dolphins.
And I will have to admit this. I watched the game last week, and I laughed at the final minute.
I had the game on at my bar. I was kind of confused. I was just thinking maybe they're already in the mode where they're not going to show off what kind of plays they have for the playoffs. But that home field advantage is huge for them. They were playing. That's the thing. The Patriots were playing like
they were playing in Foxborough. You figure they would.
They were playing like they had no tomorrow. But they were playing to keep home field advantage. This was a playoff game for them, essentially. And they lost while they were trying.
To the Dolphins. How about
now, the Dolphins also probably put on the best show of the year because it was officially, no more time to give a beep. And it's the last game of the year. They'll put it all out there on the field. They bring their all. Maybe that could have been it, but not a good sign for the Patriots. And now, normally, the Patriots recover. I think there's like some stat like this, like how often do they lose twice in a row? Not very often. So Bill Belichick has probably been not sleeping for the last 7 days, just doing film and doing everything.
Unless he's just streaming like
I still think
the
Titans are just hot enough to be just hard enough. I'm picking my big upset as the Tennessee Titans over the New England Patriots.
Someone set a fire under this guy because that is a hot take.
It's a hot take. I definitely take the Titans with the points if they're getting points, which they should. I'm probably guessing maybe around like 3.5, 4. I don't even know what the line is. Could be 6 or 7. Who knows? But I still take the Titans.
I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy talk right now. And New England's probably looking at you saying, "What the hell are you saying?"
I always say never count out the Patriots. Never count out the Patriots. And then it's just finally that year where a couple of bad things have happened. Their offense never really got going. They never really improved. So
how many times did we say that last year, or the year before that, or the year before that?
Not
and
many.
They still find a way to click it
their
somehow.
offense is usually doing much better than this. and their defense carried them for a very long time. But I don't.
They looked worn out the last few weeks or so.
Definitely, and I mean the defense especially because they've had to carry it all year. Realize they're on the field much more often because the Patriots offense cannot put together. It obviously was the Patriots offense, but they just weren't as good this year, so they weren't on the field as much. Thusly, the defense is on the field more, and the defense is going to tire. So, I think Titans over Patriots. Big upset.
That's crazy talk.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of football, Madden 20 is out, and James had a little poll question for somebody somewhere. Which Madden game should I get? Which
Well, here's what happened.
PS4 game should I get?
PlayStation was having a holiday sale. Games were off 50%. And I was in debate of what I wanted to get. So it was either I wanted Madden, NHL, or NBA 2K20.
I thought about getting NHL too.
Yeah,
I love NHL.
I'm still thinking about it because I wanted, first of all, being play-by-play, I still want to learn the rules of hockey and also be interested in hockey one way or another.
I do like it. That's actually not a bad idea. And the video game is fun to play, especially when you have someone else to play with. It's good for passing and one-timers, and it's good to play. It's good to play with someone. So I like doing long seasons and stuff. So maybe football games are better for me, but I'm also the guy who plays all but 162 games.
I do too.
Of
MLB.
MLB The Show. So
yeah, sometimes I play.
I'm on my second season right now.
Sometimes I play 2 or 3 games a day, depending on. I actually haven't touched MLB The Show in forever. Actually, too.
I know. I actually play it every night. It's my therapy. I play at least. Sometimes I only play 4 innings, but sometimes I play 3 games. But I play full 9-inning games, 45-minute experiences. So.
Do you do quick counts, by the way?
No, I don't do quick counts.
Oh, I do that.
No way.
I do that.
Full count. I develop and the whole narrative is in this at full at bat. I'm not jumping into it's 1-1 or 2-1. It's
I kind of like the quick
does
counts.
Does it give you 2 strikes sometimes?
Sometimes it gives me 2 strikes and it makes me think outside the box. Is this guy going to throw me a fastball right down the pipe? Or is he going to throw me a curveball going up and down? You haven't seen the full at bat. You don't know what's happened already. And you don't know where he's been teasing you and where you think he's going to go next, and it's that you're just guessing. So, anyways, I don't know. Hence the reason.
You go through games much faster.
That's true. Very fast. Well, here's the thing: 162 games a season, and I've seen your stats before. You probably only walk once in 600 at bats.
No. You're right. I actually took this very seriously in the second season I've been doing. I've been trying to draw more walks. I've been more patient. And dude, I have. I draw 2 or 3 walks a game now.
All right, wait, there you go. There's a start.
But because I wanted those realistic stats where my player's batting 247, but I didn't want his on base to be 250.
Oh,
I wanted it to be 293.
Oh, that drives
so he's
me
walked
nuts.
15, 20 times. I want to make stats more realistic, and I have so many players that home runs to RBI ratio are not.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
Are not right.
I can't.
He has 20 home runs and 38 RBIs. I need him to at least have 40 RBIs to make it look okay. Because that means he's just hitting a bunch of solo shots.
Yeah, I hate it. It sucks.
Anyways.
I had, one of my fantasy drafts, I had Chris Davis with a K on the Mets. He had 23 home runs and 42 RBIs. I'm like, what is this garbage? This is actually pet peevish almost.
I always make sure the sliders or the difficulty of the game makes it so I don't always win. And I need a challenge. I need to be down against the count and try to have comebacks. It makes the game feel much better. But also, I have to have realistic stats. That's the thing I'd strive for in video games.
I always.
That's where I feel out where the levels are right. I have everybody batting over 300, or now I have everybody batting from 220 to 310.
Or when you have Aaron Judge, you have 52 home runs before the All-Star break. You're like, ooh.
Yes.
No.
He ends at 100. It's not realistic.
Yeah, no.
Can't do that.
Speaking of unrealistic, how about we continue talking about Madden?
That's what we're talking about. Madden. So he got Madden.
So I got Madden, courtesy of Madden, who DM'd me a digital code to give me the game for free, by the way. That's the best deal possibly anyone could get. So I've been playing around.
He got Madden 20 for free just because he made a poll saying, what game should I get? Madden, this or that. And Madden sends him Madden.
Yeah, pretty much. Madden send me Madden, and then next thing you know, I'm playing.
That's pretty badass.
So I haven't played Madden in a while. So I first started off with Rookie, and I was doing Giants. I was doing Giants and Cowboys in a franchise game. Rookie. First game of the season. Well, I haven't played it in a while. I scored 41 points in the first 5 minutes of the game, I'm like, okay, this is so unrealistic. So I decided to jump up a little bit to
All-Pro level.
To All-Pro. I end up giving up 41 points in the first quarter against the Buffalo Bills. I'm like, oh, man.
I watched him play. He lost 80. It was 80-10 with like 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
It was the third quarter.
No. It was 73-10.
It said the third quarter.
It was 73-10 in the second quarter.
But I will say,
then it was still in the third quarter. Then it was 80-10 in the
don't you give me props for not rage quitting though?
I told him I was amazed you even let it get to 73. Like most people quit video games when the other team puts up like 30 or 40. But, like, you just drove through 50 and 60. And you're like, I've given up 73 points. I think I'm going to turn it off now.
Once I gave up 80, that's when I quit.
Just took a beating there for, like, an hour straight.
Yeah,
it must have been a good one, though.
It was fun, though.
Giants, though. So, James's Giants are... I was going to say something silly. But, anyways.
Just say it. They're playing like tiny human beings.
That was it. James's Giants are playing like Ginas in the real world and in the Madden world. But, hey,
we hit a new low, I guess.
Yeah.
Madden for me. So.
Yeah. It happens, though. But guess what? You found out your level's pro right now. You're going to learn the game a little bit.
Yeah. Right now,
you're in a tight battle with the Buccaneers.
Yes, leading
22-13 at halftime.
Yes.
James has a 9-point lead. So, video games, yeah. Speaking of games and gifts, did you get anything good for Halloween? For holidays, for Christmas?
Well, Secret Santa was definitely nice to me in this awesome shirt that I was so happy to post around our social media.
Very cool gift, especially in a Secret Santa thing situation.
Especially
shout out to
Lisa Chaplinsky, my wonderful...
Lisa Chaplinsky! Thank you.
By the way, she's a fan of the bar that you work at. But
oh, yeah?
Yes.
Sherman's, come on down.
So there's a Life in Pinstripes, a CMG podcast. My favorite, actually no, it's not my favorite thing. I have my last name on the sleeve over here.
Too shabby.
And also my favorite part is the running joke always.
I am not a snowflake.
Yes. If you have watched our previous episodes.
That guy who commented on that thing, you gotta at least send this to him. Be like, hey, you have a t-shirt made after that comment.
I know. Look at you go, man.
Look at you. Ride that juice. Go buy a lottery ticket.
We'll keep you updated with these shirts because I'm pretty sure there will be plenty more.
Yeah, man. Hey, we might have swag someday. We might have swag and just be like, yo, buy our Life in Pinstripes sunglasses.
You look like a douchebag right now.
It's because I am one. Anywho.
We're secretly douchebags in our own way.
I love to dress douchey. Yeah. It's so cool. I'm so cool.
You're living it up, dude.
Yeah. All so we were thinking about doing a little look back on this year, because this is actually going to be the season finale.
Yeah, we're going to switch it up a little bit. This is the season finale. 2019 was season 1. Yeah. Now that our time is 2020, which just sounds like a futuristic year.
Today is January 1st.
2020.
2020.
That sounds futuristic. That doesn't sound like that should make sense.
That is today. It is 2020.
Like, what? It's like,
when did that happen?
I just remember when it was like 2005.
I feel like people are born in the early 1900s, like 100 years ago, when it was like 1903 to 1912. Like,
that's
all of a sudden it was 1920. And then they called it the Roaring Twenties.
Yeah, hence the reason why New Year's Eve parties did Roaring Twenties, and that was definitely interesting. A huge throwback.
Yeah, it's a good throwback.
Yes, if you've seen Boardwalk Empire, which is a pretty damn good show, I would
Very
have to
Boardwalk Empire-y.
Yes.
Prohibition, all that.
Prohibition, Great Depression, lots of interesting clothing, Great Gatsby, things like that.
Yes, bowl caps, walking sticks,
fedoras,
coats.
Gun
holsters,
that's what I meant to say.
Cobblestone roads.
The fact that we just named 1920 stuff in a matter of 30 seconds
the Ford Model T.
Wagons.
Those come together, and now we're in 2020, and we have speedboats and
hovercrafts and technology and Apple TV and PS4 and virtual reality.
Virtual reality, I heard something very cool coming out. There's something in virtual reality where it's like a World War II experience. Ooh. The virtual experience is you being in the cockpit
That's sick, actually.
Flying over, being in the room where the guys have the, I don't want to call this, but the lenses where they drop the bombs and they aimed where they're dropping the bombs.
Oh my god.
And you have real World War II audio from inside a plane that was dropping bombs, and you have characters acting it out in this virtual world.
This is from World War II as well?
So from World War II, yes. So you're going to be in a virtual World War II bomber dropping bombs. I just don't know what it is. I just heard that over a Christmas party conversation or a New Year's party conversation.
As we digress completely much back to 2020.
But just saying it's 2020.
Yes.
And holy hell.
And
yeah.
Season 2.
We are ending this year, and it was a good year.
2019. Where can we start, by the way, with this show? First of all, it all started off with us saying, like, let's do a show together.
Yep.
Since
and we did it in a bar. We did it in a bar.
In your old bar.
In my old bar, which is now my old bar. It's so crazy.
I know.
So crazy, man.
Yeah, old bar. I was still working at a liquor store. I literally had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I'm like, all over
until
the place.
He met me and I said, do what you're good at.
Which was teaching.
And he's teaching now.
And here we are. A conversation at 1:30 in the morning after a couple of drinks, and I'm teaching now.
Tends to happen when people have conversations with me at 2 in the morning after many drinks.
On a driveway.
They leave their grader.
Yes.
I give them greatness.
Ironically, I think I like literally looked up Indeed for teaching jobs. I got an interview like a week later.
I am a good friend to have.
Exactly.
But I will say this. 2020, it brings us back to look at 2019.
Yes.
A year in review. It was our first season as a show, and there was funny moments such as my personal favorite, the Joel Embiid impersonation.
I knew you were going to say that. Come on.
You know, you should probably find that clip and at this part in the thing, bring it on.
I could probably do that. I think while
we're talking right now, this is going to happen.
Yeah. Out of there.
Yeah.
Nothing pissed me off more than the post-game comments.
My goodness. I'll be Ben Simmons, you be Joel Embiid.
All right, obviously... I'm not going to do that. Obviously, it was a... I don't want to do...
Oh, great.
Anyway. That's pretty much... That's pretty much what the comment is. He's like, I'm sorry. Anyway.
So yeah, that was cool, wasn't it?
So yeah, there was that part.
I thought it was funny.
And then there was one...
James, you're like too afraid to be racist. Like... You didn't realize you came off so like white boy, imitating black deep voice guy.
I didn't mean to come off that way. It just happened to come out, but then of course it was just the unexpected laughter, which made me laugh right after that.
You nailed it.
So then there was that on.
There was the darkness episode.
Oh,
where we got dark and we both had a bunch of crap happen in our lives.
Yeah, I broke up with an ex at the time.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Bad ending. You talked about your Uber stories and.
Oh God.
There was that.
Those were the days.
I was wearing dark clothes because I was just upset.
I lost my car for like that 2-3 week span. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I was driving Mr. TJ almost. Yeah. That was me. I was the Uber driver for a little bit.
Stunk. That was tough times. Dark episode. We had a lot of dating stories for James. I will say. You said you broke up with someone. I'm like, and I shouldn't say this, but not that he broke up with a lot of people, but he was seeing one person at a time, by the way, always. But he was interested in meeting new people, and if it didn't go well, then he'd see someone else. And your stories were brought onto the air many a time. And you have to thank us and the fans, thank you for doing so.
Yeah, some people didn't like it that I brought the stories onto the air, obviously.
Like who?
I don't want to talk about it.
Come on.
Do I really want to? I don't want to talk about it. No, that shit's in the past.
Boom. There he is. He slammed the door. That's how you do it. Shit's in the past.
I currently have one lovely, beautiful girlfriend, Miss Sarah Wilson, who is she continues to watch our shows. She supports it, and we say thank you and love you. Had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's with you.
There you go, big boy. And I don't know. I should probably announce something.
Just do it.
I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but
if you've been noticing like something like on his like a finger, I don't know, like a piece of like a circle or something like that.
Yeah.
And what does that mean when there's a circle on your left middle finger?
Left
ring finger, I should say.
It means you're married.
Did you really think in the beginning of January 2019 that you were going to be married to the one and only
Hoffa. Who's sleeping over there?
Yeah, she wanted to.
She
wanted to be our supporter. Right now, she's just cuddled up.
That's my woman. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Should I just add another sweatshirt to her because she has no
She's
blankets
just sleeping
on?
with a bunch of sweatshirts on her.
Should I just throw it at her?
Nah, she's good.
You sure?
Yeah, she's perfect right
I think
now.
it'd be funny.
But yeah, it took a crazy turn, and here we are. So that happened for me in 2019.
Yeah.
Glad it did, by the way.
2019, went back to teaching.
Wow. You went back to teaching.
Stuck with one girlfriend now. Actually, after all that.
I had 3 different bar jobs in the year 2019. I worked at Lime Grill, then Tumblebrook, and then
Sherman's Tap House.
Sherman's Tap House.
Speaking of that, remember when I was working at the liquor store early in 2019? That set sail.
Bye-bye.
Yesterday, decided that one job was only needed because 2 jobs was becoming way too much for me.
Yeah.
I know that's crazy. Hello.
The awaking Brazilian.
Yeah. And speaking of liquor store, all right.
Keep going, buddy.
Okay.
Keep going.
So the liquor store job, I said goodbye yesterday.
I love you.
2 jobs. 2 jobs was too much for me. 6 days a week, I couldn't do it anymore. I was physically and mentally exhausted. I was done with dealing with people's stupid shit and stupidity. I couldn't take it anymore. One job is what I needed. Like, seriously, one job was all I needed. The Jonies and this. I love doing this, by the way.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
You enjoyed that, though. That's good. Life and Pinstripes, by the way.
Life and Pinstripes, Season 2. We were also...
What a year.
Picked up by Clovercrest Media Group, by the way.
Thanks for that. We are officially...
eternally grateful.
In a network, and we love that.
Yes.
Network of other people trying to strive and do the same thing. Fun to be a part of. We are thankful. This past 2019 year, we found us, and now you're going to discover more about us, and hopefully we bring good things to your network.
Of course. Absolutely. We thank you for the long, crazy support of this crazy show. This absolute obstacles, crazy this, that, and all that.
Speaking of going like this and that, we're going to jump totally crazy different topic real now.
Can we go?
Giants tanking.
Giants
tanking. The tanking idea. Because the Dolphins were originally the tank team. Then all of a sudden they realized, the Bengals stink even worse. So maybe they'll tank.
And then the Redskins.
What was the whole Giants vision and view of the
biggest vision was defensive end from Ohio State, Chase Young. Big prospect.
And the Giants have always been built on great defensive ends.
And that would definitely be a fantastic start for what has been a shitty defensive line over the last, I don't know how many few years.
It's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been like a few years. We haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2012, I think it was. Yeah, against the Patriots. Literally after that.
It's been that long?
It's been that long, yeah. We haven't made it to the playoffs in like a few years.
Yeah, it's been like, 4 or 5 since they haven't made it to the playoffs?
3 head coaches later. I mean,
wow.
Think of it this way. Tom Coughlin got fired. Ben McAdoo.
He also just got let go as the Jaguars dude.
Yeah, so Tom Coughlin gone. Ben McAdoo made one stupid decision after stupid decision.
Stupid hairdo.
Stupid Geno Smith starting over Eli. What a mistake that was. He's gone. I don't know who the interim head coach was. Then there was Pat Shurmur.
He's gone.
He just left the building a couple of days ago. So my goodness, has this been a disaster for the Giants? So they're thinking,
Pat Shurmur, bring us back to greatness. Ugh.
9-23 over the last 2 seasons. That's greatness.
Not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad. Especially with Especially with what he was working with. If he was 10-22, he'd still have a job.
You're right. It wasn't bad. Or it's not bad.
James,
it was very bad.
Rewind.
I'm tired.
Yeah, he's tired. It's alright.
I had the day of hell yesterday,
which
I knew I was going to mention.
We're beat, we're broken. But we're still here doing our thing.
Absolutely. As always.
Because we can and because we want to. Because it's actually where we spend our good energy. Our actual self energy.
Yeah,
so,
and not tanking.
Being you. Tanking. What did you think?
Tanking is stupid. I understand the whole tanking thing to be, the top for
I don't believe
the draft. I think it's stupid. Why would I want to root for my team to lose?
Here's the thing. Teams can get better, work on things. But I don't believe teams are ever actually tanking. I think they can make decisions, but I think in the game, they're not like letting up less on a hit or trying not to tackle. These guys are competitors. These guys are fighting in a war out there.
They're
not trying to get marched on. It's a part of pride, you know? Teams have pride, men have pride, so I just don't think tanking's even real.
There's a reason why they're playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's a reason
Their
why.
worst is still going to kill. So,
I know.
You know? Anyways, so Giants.
Why would I want to root for my team to lose? That just seems unethical for me as a fan of my own team. I want my team to be successful, whether they're 2-14.
The others would argue, well, the long-term love of this team is we need to do worse now, and that's still loving your team. But like, I agree with you.
It's awful.
You're not cheering the right way. Like, it's just not right to do. Okay, yeah, let's cheer to lose. Let's cheer to suck. Think about like all the players that played in that organization that like were on losing seasons. You know, it's like
you think of the 90s and like you think of the way before that, you know, like the days like before Lawrence Taylor, they were like awful and all that other stuff. Then he came and he became like a sensation for them, like a franchise player.
Right. So
why would I want to root for my team to lose? That makes no sense.
Right.
It's like unethical. It's like rooting for my Yankees to win 50 games so that way they get the first pick in the next year's draft.
And your example is when we lost all the Yankees.
Oh, back in 2016. Andrew Miller got traded to the Indians. Chapman got traded to the Cubs, who won the World Series with them, obviously.
Yep.
And then A-Rod retired, then Teixeira retired, and then we knew we were going to be in a pile of crap, but I still root for them no matter what.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work the same in baseball either, too, because, there's so many draft picks. And it's like football players being outstanding, like, there's a lot of players in the MLB draft that come out that are maybe like there's like one or two like gotta have them. Like those are the best of the best. Like the Steven Strasburgs back in the day.
Steven Strasburgs and Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper. But yeah, there's a lot more rounds. There's a lot more people that you sign that develop and some don't. So football, with there only being 7 rounds, you technically are given 7 picks. If you trade some away, have some extra, you never know.
You're also playing 16 weeks, too. Every game counts.
Every game counts. So, don't feel like tanking is a good idea. No. I also don't think it even exists, so why are we even talking about it? It's just a made-up story that, are you tanking? And you see coaches, they're like, next question, please.
They're trying the best.
I'm trying to keep a job here.
They're trying the best to keep their jobs. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I'm not trying to freaking lose. And it's disgraceful to even bring that up and ask.
How do you think Pat Sherman feels right now? He's probably like sitting on his couch, like depressed. He tried.
Well, did he get paid?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He got paid probably. I don't know. So he's probably sitting there happy. His name's Pat. His name's Shermer. His life is pretty good for being a Pat Shermer. You know, Pat Shermer.
Are you gonna judge people by their names?
Yeah, it sounds lame. And I also saw what they made him look like in Madden 20, and he looks like such a lame person. After Ben McAdoo and the slick back Giovanni Ribisi hair, like, you can't go Pat Shermer.
I hope Pat Shermer writes a letter to you for some reason.
If Pat Shermer wrote me a letter, that'd be awesome.
I heard that you called me lame.
He looks lame, that's all I'm saying. It's like, look at Jack Del Rio. That head of hair, he just got a job.
Oh, we're talking about head coach jobs right now?
I don't think he got a head coach
job.
Can
we talk about Gardner Minshew? Like, guys like that?
Gardy Minch. Mustache man, love you.
How about Baker Mayfield? He grew a mustache.
He mustached it out for a little bit. He regressed and got better and regressed.
He regressed. That is.
The team was such a letdown with so much talent.
It set Freddie Kitchens out of Cleveland.
Freddie's gone. Sorry, Freddie. Let's put everyone. They're just gonna be like, hey, who could do well with this batch of talent? But maybe a good coach going in there. Give Bill Belichick that roster. See what the hell their record is.
I think Odell wants to leave Cleveland, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that was not a fun year for him.
No, yeah, it's such a crap year. It's like, I don't know if there was a miscommunication with him and Baker Mayfield, because he just wasn't targeted all that much.
No, he wasn't, and it just wasn't successful. Landry's stats went way up this year.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so it draw defenders away from Landry, so it helped him, it helped the team, but,
6-10?
Yikes.
You're not going to go very far.
Yikes, Browns. God, they suck.
They were so bad. They played like literally what their team name is. The Browns.
They are a bunch of Browns. Never going to the Super Bowl. Going to the toilet bowl instead. Anywho. I mean, we've covered a lot today.
Yeah.
That was
a lot of changes.
A lot of things. And we'll end it with a little Yankee thing.
Oh, yes. So you might know that this is episode number 41. Miguel
Andujar, who didn't do anything all year.
Who wasn't doing anything. Well, that was probably one of my favorite lines.
That was
last year.
That was a great line.
Moving down the list. Miguel Andujar
isn't doing anything
because he actually may not be doing anything on the Yankees.
Was that me or was that you?
No, I just came up with that.
Yeah, you did that. That's
I just came up with that.
That was your best thing. I think that might be one of your best ones.
Yeah.
And so in real life, what's happening is Andujar and Clint Frazier are possibly being packaged to maybe get a Josh Hader.
Yeah, Josh Hader, because we lost Dylan Betances to the rivals across the RFK Bridge.
So here's the thing. I had Josh Hader on a fantasy team for a couple of years, and the dude is lights out.
He is good.
He's usually number 1, sometimes number 2, or always top 3 or 4 guys in statistics for closers. So even though he's a setup man / he pitches 2 innings to close sometimes.
We already have 2 setup mans. If you think about it, we have Ottavino and Britton.
But here's the other thing. He blew the game in the playoffs last year.
Oh yes, against the that
World Series champ.
Washington Nationals.
World Series champ.
The little
misplay in the outfield.
That we can't stop mentioning because it just can't help but feel bad for the guy.
But Josh Hader, man, he blew it. So, I don't know, man. I just like pressure time shows all. And he blew it. He'll want revenge, I think, so I think he'll be a good player. So, he'll want his chance to get back into the playoffs and prove himself and not blow it again.
Do you think we need another reliever?
No.
I really don't. Think of it this way. We didn't have Dylan Betances the entire season.
Exactly.
And we still did all right.
I really don't think we need
So even if we don't get Josh Hader, it's not like it's a big letdown.
Yeah. And it's at the end of the day, I could keep Clint Frazier because his bat, he'll come up and play like 30, 40 games maybe if he's not a punk.
Yeah, and Miguel Andujar would probably most likely be the DH because Gio Urshela is a much better defensive third baseman than he is.
Yeah. So Miguel Andujar maybe learn to play outfield or maybe get some second base time, but I doubt it. But that ends the episode.
Yeah. How about that? Goodbye, 2019.
Goodbye, 2019.
Hello, 2020.
2020, bud. Hey, I am 28, about to be 29 years old. How are you? How old are you?
I will be 25 in July. Quarter of a century.
So he's 24.
Yes.
I'm about to hit 29. He's about to hit 25. It's 2019.
Your birthday's coming up, by the way.
January 10th.
TJ's birthday bash episode coming up soon.
9 days away. I'm turning 29, so no more messing around. 30 is right there. I'm like, crap. Gonna make a couple good decisions. Here we go. Ooh,
I can't believe you're almost 30, by the way. I think that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Well, I'm not. I'm still 28.
I know.
That's so much further away than 30.
I know. I'm almost 25. A lot of people think I'm 20 years old, by the way.
You do have a baby face?
I do, yep.
Well, tell them where they can find us, James.
You can find us on social media at Instagram at Life at Pinstripes, Twitter at Life Pinstripes. You can find us on any podcast platform, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any other thing possible. And you can find us on YouTube. Send us that nice like, subscribe button on that bottom right there.
Subscribe to my bottom.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that.
Hey, it's the season finale. We gotta turn out all the breaks.
Yes.
Hey, we'll see you next year. Into 2020, even though it's actually this year because it's already January 1st today. But you know what I mean.
We will see you very, very, very soon.
And it'll be season 2.
Yep, here we are.
And guess what? We're kicking off season 2 with episode number 42.
Jackie Robinson,
Mariano Rivera. That's a great way to kick off season 2.
Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you for the great year. It's been a great year. We are very honored to speak and you listen. Send us feedback. Send us love. Let us know how we do.
We're excited for our future, by the way.
And yes, the future is bright. That's all for this week. He's James Jevin. I'm TJ Stolzenberg.
Yep.
And never forget to
rock
and
or
roll.
All right.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Good quality shit right there.